We'll be starting our All-America presentations for the 103-pound weight class after the 112-pound match, which is coming up right now and features Ryan Lewis, the first of 4 national champion high school finalists we see from the state of Utah. He's taking on a 4-time high school champion, TJ Hill from Farmington, Missouri. That'll be our matchup here at 112 pounds. Ryan Lewis from Vernal, Utah, attended Class 3A Uinta High School, was a 2-time state champion, or also a runner-up and 6th in the state tournament. And TJ Hill of Farmington, Missouri, 4-time high school state champion, 9-time USA Wrestling National Age Group champion. This should be quite a battle.
Absolutely. Watching both these kids come through the ranks in this tournament, had some impressive wins against
TJ Hill with the throw right away. And he's looking for a freewheeling match, and he scored 4 points, 2 for the takedown, 2 for the near fall, gives up the reversal right away, but TJ Hill, the quick 4-1 lead. Hill wearing the black and gold singlet and the green on the scoreboard. Ryan Lewis in the maroon with his high school name, Uinta, on the back, and right away another hip toss by Hill, and he's got to count again. More points coming, 2 so far given by Jim Sterner, and 2 more for the near fall. Another escape given to Lewis, 8-2, and we haven't even wrestled a minute.
Hill gets so big up top. When he's fishing, he digs up on that underhook, and he's tossed his hip direction totally away from the man. Beautiful, beautiful technique.
And this is how you see Hill win in the off season, with the throws and with all the great freestyle moves that he has, now trying to finish a leg shot. Just 40 seconds left in the first period, already 8-2 in favor of Hill. Not able to finish that high crotch attack, but now switching off to the double leg, trying to finish against Lewis. Nothing yet, says Jim Sterner, but Hill in pretty good position, and now he loses the double.
Hill's library definitely contains more than one book, Rob. There's no doubt about that. Changes direction well. He can go throws. He goes high crotches, singles, and doubles. And don't take away from Ryan Lewis. Lewis just ward off a couple great shots, inside attempts by Hill, and he didn't get to the finals by walking here.
10 seconds left in the first period. That looks like no score. Although Hill trying another seatbelt throw there, and the first period ends 8-2. On 2 4-point throws, the score in favor of TJ Hill of Farmington, Missouri.
Well, Lewis gave that old adage here, get me once, get me twice. I don't know about 3 times. He'll try to go up top on him that 3rd time. Lewis adjusted well, stepping in front, going into the second period.
Well, you could see in that first period, Ryan Lewis, of course, trying to use his leverage to his advantage. Hill, of course, only about 4'10", one of the shortest wrestlers you'll ever see. And certainly, when he gets in trouble, it's because of wrestlers like Lewis that have some leverage against him. And that's why you're going to see Hill try to stay on his feet as they go off the edge with 10 seconds gone in the second period. Hill right again with the stand-up.
Absolutely right, Rob. What you're going to watch here out of Lewis will be to get them hips in, get those legs going, and get cranking on TJ Hill. Hill knows this. Hill's staying balled up. He's going to try to blow up to his feet and go with the adage, just keep coming up till he tries to get out of there. Lewis has a different idea of all this, trying to cheat a leg in, step in, hips are tight.
Well, Ryan Lewis certainly knows at this point, trailing 8-2 with 1:35 left here in the second period in our 112-pound championship match, that this may be his only chance to work on top against TJ Hill, because he certainly taking him down is going to be quite a task. And he's obviously shown in this tournament he's very tough on top, and he's going to try to work that to his advantage here, even though he trails by 6 going into the second period.
He gets tremendous pressure on the bottom man. He goes outside trap. Okay, he got careless there. I was just going to get to that. Beautiful flurry. Beautiful. Hill taking advantage of Lewis out of position. Lewis not being denied, came right back out on top. and he realizes I was just going to get to that. As long as he does not over-wrestle, he's got an opportunity to perform some magic.
49 seconds left in the second period as they go off the edge. And now, well, Hill's going to be given some injury time here. But a little bit of a careless moment there by Ryan Lewis as you see the score, 8-2 in favor of TJ Hill of Missouri, the 4-time Class 3A state champion there, 9-time USA Wrestling Age Group champion. And but Hill, I think, almost got a little bit greedy, Ed. He kind of had the escape there, was trying to press the reversal, and Lewis came right back out on top.
Yeah, it was a combination of that and Lewis realizing he better get his butt back where he can score points, and he knows he can, because not taking anything away from him on his feet. Stall warning for TJ Hill.
Jim Sterner giving that stall warning against Hill on the bottom, caught him with his head down on the mat.
I believe that's exactly what it was. Getting back to it, Lewis definitely knows that this is his forte. He's got to get on top, and he's got to dig. He's got to try to turn him, and he's got him going. He's got him on his back right now.
The arm bar leads to points for Ryan Lewis. 20 seconds left here in the second period. How many is he going to get? He's got 2 so far, says Jim Sterner. Lewis trying to bring it back on the mat, but unable to do so. And Hill gets out of bounds. 3 near fall given to Ryan Lewis. And now Hill on the edge of the mat needs an injury time.
Nobody told Ryan Lewis to quit, did they? He just didn't get that message.
Well, he had the arm bar in there, and he was able to turn Hill to his back, and he never gave up, even though in the last 15, 20 seconds of the period there, he knew that was going to be his one opportunity, and he took advantage of it. He got the 3 points on the near fall.
Well, it's the way he got there, Rob. He digs. He takes outside hooks. He goes right up over the top, pressure straight down on the middle of the back. It's very, very difficult for the bottom man to generate any offense whatsoever.
You just saw Ryan Lewis and his coach Greg Stensgaard giving him some instructions, and now TJ Hill getting a little medical attention. Okay, we're back to live action. Final 10 seconds of the second period. And Ryan Lewis now looking for a tilt. Hill steps over, but nothing doing. And the second period comes to a close.
Second period, score 8-5 Hill. Starting on their feet, 2 minutes to go. 2 long minutes. Hill with just a dump.
The fireman's carry to the dump by TJ Hill scores 2, and Hill took neutral for the third period, and you can see why. He's going to work with Ryan Lewis on his feet, and why not? 2 throws in the first period, a deep fireman's to a dump there. Minute and a half now left in the match. 10-6 the score in favor of TJ Hill. And now another stall call against Hill by Jim Sterner. And that's a point for Ryan Lewis. And now Hill trying to finish a fireman's carry. He doesn't do it. Still in again on the leg, and they go off the edge of the mat.
Ryan Lewis back to the middle. Real focused with a minute 15 seconds to go. Hill knows his job he's got to do. Hill's thinking one more takedown and kind of puts it away a little bit. Lewis knows one takedown. He's more than back in this.
Hill in on the outside single, trying to lift that up and being blocked off by Lewis, and he loses the leg. Under a minute to go, 10-7 the score in favor of TJ Hill. All that action off the mat, no points. They come back to the center, 53 seconds left to go in the third period. TJ Hill still on top, 10-7, but Ryan Lewis pressing the offense.
Lewis with an over-under. Don't know if he wants to be there with Hill. Hill's taken him there 3 times before. He's proven me wrong.
Hill watch Lewis working it again, and he has 2-2. 10-9 the score now.
Wow.
And Hill just a point away with 30 seconds left to go, and Hill looks a little bit tired. He's going to have to get it together for these last 30 seconds.
Whatever the price of admission was, they just got their money's worth, Rob. Just got it.
Hill working hard on top, under 25 seconds to go now. Hill has been penalized twice for stalling.
There it is. There it is.
Another warning.
There it is. And he's digging. He's still in bounds. Hill's going out. Back
An awful lot of action going on there on the edge of the mat as it's blown dead. 11 seconds left to go, and a tie score now at 10-10.
TJ Hill looking to the corner like, what do I do? Ryan Lewis knowing what he has to do.
Lewis on top, and it looks like we're going to go to overtime here. 2 seconds left to go as they're blown dead. And Hill breathing hard as he comes back to the center. And it looks like we'll have overtime here in the 112-pound match.
Oh my God. What about?
What a rebound by Ryan Lewis. Once down 8-1, and he's in on the single leg.
Oh my God, he got it. He beat him at his own game. Took him down in the first 8 seconds of overtime. Unbelievable. Can we say conditioning had a little bit to do with that, Rob?
A little bit to do with it. 12-10. Ryan Lewis comes back from an 8-1 deficit, takes TJ Hill down with 8 seconds into the overtime, and he's the national high school champion at 112 pounds. And let's listen to Billy Baldwin. He's here with Ryan Lewis.
Okay. It seemed early on in the match. Come on in here with me. It seemed early on in the match that both of you were both equally conditioned, but as the match progressed, not to take anything away from your opponent, it seemed like you kept coming like a machine. You never quit. It seemed like your conditioning was exceptional. You have a comment on that?
That's just when all the workouts that I did 3 times a day and doing all the work that the coach told me and give me and more is when it pays off in close situations like this.
Yeah. When I used to come to these national high school wrestling tournaments, you didn't really hear much 10, 15, 20 years ago from Utah. You're from Utah. And it seems like they've come on gangbusters in the last 5 or 10 years. What do you attribute that to? Why has the state of Utah wrestling come on so strong in the last 5 years?
I don't know. I guess it's the coaches getting us to the national tournaments. We've always had great kids, and now we're finally getting out here back east and in the tournaments and the regionals and the nationals, and we're just placing well and doing great.
What are your plans for the fall? Do you know? Have you made up your mind? You got a wish list? You got a couple coaches here that are listening, so what do you think you're going to do? Do you know?
Sign somewhere and go to college. Do what I'm doing right now.
You haven't made your decision, though?
No.
All right. National champion, how do you feel?
Great.
Congratulations.